It's time for another episode of the Daily Blogcast for Internet Marketing, where every day we find all the best industry blog posts and turn them into something you can listen to, because you can't read. Now, here are your hosts, Mark and Brian.
Hey, welcome to episode number 78.
Wine Wednesday.
Wine Wednesday.
Sure.
Wino Wednesday. I'll get my red nose.
Why do you got to be a wino, man?
Because I drink wine. I become
All
a
right,
wino.
well, we're going to do one of those shows that I'm ready to go. Okay.
All right.
What did you have first?
I have a little bit of news. This actually wasn't posted anywhere other than on Aweber, but it was brought to my attention by a good friend of ours, Cliff. And he stated that our links on our newsletter weren't clickable. And I was like, what? What's going on? And he said that it's been a problem for like a day now. And so I started doing some searching and I went to the Aweber status page and checked it out. And they've been on a DDoS attack for like 2 days.
Aweber has.
Yeah, Aweber. So
Wow.
even though our newsletter is getting delivered and like everyone else's newsletters are getting delivered, none of the links are clickable. None of the links are clickable. So that's so lame.
Yeah. So this is going to be 6 really disappointed people from our newsletter.
Yeah.
Cliff was one of them.
Yep.
And there's going to be 5 other people going, what the F?
I can't get to the daily blogcast. How do I get
that's
there?
That's a shame. Yeah, exactly. How do I get there?
But imagine, I mean, Aweber is probably one of the most popular email
Service
services
providers
around there. I mean, next to, was it MailChimp and
Sure.
all those
I would
other
agree
guys.
with you. It's one of the most popular.
So that is gigantic.
So wait a minute. So the links are in there. They're good. But when you click on them, it just stalls?
Yeah.
Okay. So they are clickable. It's just not, they're just not going anywhere.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because you
so-
can click them still.
Whatever service they're using, that the click through,
Yeah. Like whatever
Server?
server's up there that's doing the redirect and
Yeah.
logging the click
that's
through.
the one getting hit.
I see.
So I went to their Twitter account and people are just like complaining like crazy. And
Sure
they're
they
saying,
are.
we're going to get this resolved as quickly as possible, but
Mhm.
there's nothing we could do. Wow. Crazy.
That
So anyway,
sucks.
short little bit of news.
So I have some, this just came out. Facebook news feed update gives brands more reach. And we already talked about this off the air.
Yeah.
We're
this
actually
is
not even
crazy.
on the air. We're just making a file and you're downloading it.
Yeah.
No air involved. But anyway, we talked about this off the air. And
But now we're live.
yeah, exactly. Now we're being broadcast. Facebook newsfeed update gives brands more reach. And this is from Mashable. And a change to Facebook's newsfeed will help brand and celebrity pages reach new audiences when they tag another page in a post. So he writes, Facebook's greatest asset to marketers has always been its audience. More than 1 billion active users, a figure that carries some weight. Now, a new change to Facebook's newsfeed algorithm means brands will have greater reach than ever. So he says, beginning Tuesday, which is yesterday, when a page tags a separate brand or celebrity page in a post, that content will surface for followers of both pages. For example, if Mashable posts a story to Facebook and tags Google's page, that post will now appear in news feeds for both Mashable fans and Google fans.
Wow. That is so crazy.
Yeah, and he says, in short, it's a simple way for brands or celebrities to greatly expand their audience. He writes, the feature was already operational for updates from friends. If you tag someone in a photo, for example, their friends may see that photo in the news feed, even if you're not connected to them. The difference here is that while your photo could appear in front of hundreds of other people, a page that tags Google could appear in front of thousands, if not millions, of additional users.
Yeah.
And he puts in parentheses, Google has more than 15 million users who have liked its page. So Facebook says it's received positive feedback after testing this feature with users. The algorithm will take into account which users are engaging with content to determine if it's relevant for fans of both the page that posted it and the page that was tagged. The new feature only works between pages, meaning the typical user could not expand his audience by tagging a page when posting.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean? So I'll read it again. He said, the algorithm will take into account which users are engaging with content to determine if it's relevant for fans of both the page that posted it and the page that was tagged.
Okay, so if people aren't interacting with that, like if there's no comments, whatever, then they'll decide, we're going to take that off the page?
I don't know. It says that which users are engaging with content, but I think what it means, I don't know what that means exactly, but here's my guess. My guess is you mentioned off the air that this would be like, people are going to abuse this. It's going to be super spammy and blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
But I guess what they're trying to mitigate is if you tagged a page just because it had a lot of followers and was totally irrelevant.
Right.
So for example, you tag Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Like every time, or you tagged like
That's
I don't know some random page
and say nothing about Coca-Cola.
Yeah, so that's
like
what I
whatever.
think. So obviously there's another algorithm at play. Like I said, again, it said the algorithm will take into account which users are engaging with content to determine if it's relevant for fans of both the page that posted it and the page that was tagged. So
Interesting.
I don't know what that means by engaged with the content. But clearly, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Clearly it should be helpful. Like if we were to tag, which we already talked about, we're going to start doing and see if this actually does anything. If we're to tag people that are in our niche, like for example, a blog that we read on the podcast,
Right.
we might tag their Facebook page if they have one.
Yeah.
And presumably it will get shared with their audience, or at least a portion of their audience.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to give it a try because there's a number of different pages inside of Facebook. You could do like a local business or place, company, organization, or institution. And then this one, I think, is the one they're talking about, the brand or product.
Yeah.
And also the artist, band, or public page or public figure. And then there's the entertainment, and there's also a cause or community.
Right.
So I hope that we're set up as, I can't imagine it would be anything other than a brand. Entertainment maybe, but I think when you click on...
You are not entertaining on this show at all.
No.
So
when I click,
that solves that problem. We are miscategorized.
Yeah. I think when I originally was setting up the page and I clicked on entertainment, it said something like a radio station or a TV station, things like that, or movies. So I don't think I put it in there.
We are none of the above.
Yeah. So the only one that we'd fit into would be a brand or a product. So I hope I hope we are.
Well, we need to like test this, right?
Yeah.
Like we need to.
Yeah, I think we'll test it out with like Pat Flynn or John Dumas, like
somebody that you're already a follower. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they won't get all upset or anything. Well, no one should get upset.
You already upset them every week.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, we should test it. So as soon as we read a post from them or whatever, we'll tag them when we make the post on our page, which is facebook.com/dailyblogcast.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll share it with our audience.
I actually put up a page for my blog, but there's nothing on it. We could test that one too.
Oh yeah. That's easy in-house testing.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I guess there's some algorithm that still is in place, but
yeah,
it could mean a lot of followers really quickly and expanding like your readership, viewership, whatever you have. If you have a blog, if you've got a podcast, anything, a business, a product.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's also going to be things on there too. You could like as the page owner, you could mark stuff as spam. You could also delete stuff immediately. So if like our post pops up and the person doesn't really want it there, they could easily delete it.
Right.
So it's not a problem. But
then they're going to go on that list we have.
Exactly.
People we're going to take care of
in the middle of the night
when we're rich and powerful.
Yeah.
We'll send a hit squad.
So so I see potential for abuse, but there's also so many things in place already that it'll be easy to stay on top of it if it does become a problem. You can block users left and right on Facebook. So, all right, I have some news from Search Engine Roundtable from Barry Schwartz.
Okay, can we go a day without?
Maybe if there's no Google News.
Okay.
I like this Google News.
You know, other people report Google News.
I don't see anyone reporting this Google News.
Okay.
About Matt Cutts in general.
About Matt Cutts.
This is
it gets even better.
Google targets Poland in latest link network penalty.
Whole country.
Yep. So yesterday, Matt Cutts, Google's head spam fighter, announced on Twitter that Google has targeted 2 link networks that are popular in Poland and used often by Polish SEOs and webmasters. And his tweet that he sent out was, not done with Germany yet, but we just took action on 2 Polish link networks, plus a reminder blog post, which kind of linked to, it was actually in Polish about unnatural links and reconsideration requests. And some word kind of came out. He didn't call them out this time. Like he didn't say specifically who they were, but people were talking about maybe it's like e-weblink or prolink.pl, and Google wouldn't confirm it other than sending like a happy face via Twitter. And but the owner of e-weblink confirmed that a quarter of the domains were banned so far, and he tweeted at Matt Cutts and Barry Schwartz, tomorrow will be new domains added to the system. So I think that was like they're just going to add new domains to replace the ones that were banned.
Oh, I gotcha. Like, good luck keeping up.
Yeah.
I see.
So that was pretty funny that he tweeted back Matt Cutts and Barry Schwartz.
I would have just not said anything and been like, you got me.
I know.
So they stopped looking.
I totally wouldn't have said anything.
No.
That's crazy. But that's it.
Actually, you would have, because any chance you have to mention Barry Schwartz or Matt Cutts, you're dying to do it.
Yeah, that's what in all my tweets I send out, I should just always have at
send it to them.
Barry Schwartz.
Even though they don't
the
care.
Rescue Brick.
Yeah, you're going to be like a stalker, online stalker guy.
No, I reached out to him just recently too. I said, "Hey Barry, do you mind me posting? Like, I read something of yours almost
and did
every
he say
day."
F off?
No,
did
he
he
said it was
reply?
totally fine.
Oh, I see.
So I was like, "All right, good." I'm glad I asked though. I didn't want to.
You're never washing that hand again that opened that email, right?
Yeah. My right hand
Did you print it
for
out?
Barry and my left hand for Pat.
Did you print it out and squirt some cologne on it and you keep it under your pillow at night?
No.
That's hot. I don't believe you. I think you do.
That's a good idea.
I noticed that pause right now. I gave you a really good idea. You're going to run home and do that.
I'm going to do it right now.
That's pretty hot.
I'll be back. Gotta go do that.
So this is stop taking my away from the microphone jokes. So anyway, this is from marketingland.com. And this is related, I think, to the post I just read.
Okay.
So maybe this will shed more light on the issue. Newsfeed adds more page detail. Facebook to show more stories about liked topics. It said Facebook has announced that users will begin seeing more information about topics that they've liked. Traditionally, users only view updates from the page that they liked. The new change will allow users to view posts surrounding the page they like. This means that user may see updates that tag a page that they have previously liked or display new follows and likes to the page. Confused?
Yes.
I know. So am I. And it says, don't be. Here's an example that shows a user who has previously liked Dwight Howard. And Dwight Howard's a basketball dude. And it says, due to the fact that a user liked Dwight Howard page, they may see surrounding activities such as the Bleacher Report update. Additionally, their newsfeed may contain updates about other NBA players when they like Dwight. This essentially means that pages will begin acting a bit like profiles when it comes to displaying updates in the newsfeed. As marketers, this is a great reminder to take the time and properly tag other pages, as there may be extra visibility coming your way.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So it looks that way. It looks like you don't necessarily have to like the other page. Like, in other words, if we tagged Pat Flynn's page because we talked about his blog,
yeah,
they don't necessarily have to have liked the Daily Blogcast page to see that in their newsfeed.
Yeah.
Because I guess the whole point of this is for Facebook to grow its tentacles into you and get you to like other stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
I think we've solved the mystery of the new Facebook algorithm.
I know.
I think we should call it a day. I'm done with this.
Yep. I'm done.
So that's it. Oh, I should read where that was from. It's from marketingland.com, if I didn't say that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, how long have we been doing the show? 2 months or something like that?
Something like that.
Actually since November. So over 2 months, 3 months. And finally starting to get down, like, we know our marketing stuff inside and out, but I really feel with all this additional social stuff, I haven't had to focus as much on social as I have, like with any other internet business I've had.
Right.
But when it comes to podcast marketing, there's a ton of social stuff you got to do. So it's interesting.
There is.
New stuff to learn every day. All right. So this one is from Entrepreneur on Fire, John Dumas and Kate Erickson. And this is their monthly income report for January 2014.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to try to get like more on top of these because he puts them out pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
And then there's just too many other articles to read. And then I finally get around to it.
This is from January?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God.
I'm almost a month late. The new one isn't out yet. So this is still.
Yeah, because the month's not over, but it's going to be over in like 4 or 5 days.
I know. They just keep on pushing it back.
Less.
Darn it. Well, I try to get really good informational topics, can't you tell?
No, no, I can't.
This is just
You're really good at hiding that.
This is just like candy. I like reading this stuff. It's fun. Actually, there's some stuff you can learn from it as well. So he said in this month's income report, they always start with a little disclaimer about why they're doing it. A lot of people sometimes look as income reports like the license to brag.
Yeah.
But it's totally not like that. They're just trying to be transparent. And they put, John and I believe
they're trying to prove that they're better than us.
Yeah. John and I believe that there needs to be more transparency in the online business world. And by sharing our monthly income reports with you every month in detail, we're able to give you a tour behind the scenes of what it's really like to run a business. And they don't fill it with extra fluff and bragging and all that type of stuff. They give good information on ups and downs, what they've been up to. And I talked about going to New Media Expo. John was out there. He spoke 3 times.
Yeah.
Gave 2 Fire Nation hangouts. So I had some hosted parties in their suite. And that was really fun.
Were there kegs? Bartenders?
No, tons of beer and alcohol.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, all covered. And it was fun. I mean, it was fun hanging out. And then there would constantly be other parties. And you would just end up going to all these other parties with the same groups of people. Which
was it all dudes?
It was fun. No, it was a pretty good mix.
Oh, okay, good.
I think even the Fire Nation Elite one, that was probably about 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nice. It was fun. So in January, he has that Podcasters Paradise private mastermind. Well, it's not a mastermind, private forum. And today he has over 525 members and has brought in $250,000 in revenue since October 31st. That's when they launched it. Is that crazy?
So what was that business? The Fire Nation Elite one?
No, that's Podcasters Paradise.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Wow.
$250,000 already since October 31st. That's around the time that we started our blogcast, was November 4th or something.
Yeah, right? I agree. I think you're right, because I remember you were like, he started a new thing.
Oh my God, that's horrible. No, just kidding. But he's doing a lot of live webinars, still promoting that quite a bit. They were switching their payment processor. I guess they were using authorize.net, and they kept on running into problems with the different products that they're selling, because now they have multiple products.
Right.
And they were sending the transaction information, but they didn't know where it was from, if it was Podcasters Paradise or if it was from the Fire Nation Elite, stuff like that. So it was pain in the butt for tracking. I don't know if it integrated with Infusionsoft as well as their new payment provider, but they're using Gumroad. Have you heard of Gumroad? I heard of Gumroad recently. They said, most importantly, Infusionsoft's order forms aren't mobile friendly. And that's why, so I guess they're getting away from Infusionsoft.
I see.
Going Gumroad. So not being able to differentiate the payments as they come through our accounts has added an extra step in the process for us, and it makes bookkeeping much more difficult. So changing that. And he's also coming out with a private Facebook page for that Podcasters Paradise. Mm-hmm. So that was new in January. And people just don't use forums a lot anymore. You know, I was going into that forum a lot, and it's great because it has a lot of videos and tutorials and stuff like that. But there wasn't that, people weren't participating in conversations as much. Mm-hmm. So we decided to add a private Facebook page just for Podcasters
I wonder
Paradise.
if that's like an educational thing or something. Like people don't know how to use the forum software versus Facebook. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Pretty much everybody knows how to use Facebook. They really... I mean, not that people are dumb, but they are. But they really dumbed it down. So it's really easy to like write in Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And the like button, I like this. So it's like really easy to like interact kind of.
Yeah, it's like one click too. You're like, oh, you could leave a 3-word comment and not feel bad about it.
Yeah.
In a forum, you might be like, oh, I need to write something.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of forums don't even let you leave like a 2-3-word comment. They're designed to like not create all these extra posts that are full of nothing.
Yeah. But I do like forums because you could store a lot of really good information in them.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of having both. That should make it a little more, I mean, people will be able to reach out to each other easier with the page.
Right.
And let's see. So the VA search, we're having this problem as well, but I think we might have found someone. She finally gave up on Odesk. Kate was looking for someone on Odesk, spending countless hours, you know, interviewing people, posting jobs. And she was looking for someone to fill like a specific need. And couldn't find anyone. And so she finally turned to Virtual Staff Finder. And we talked about trying that too. But they don't do very specific VAs anymore. They only do general virtual assistants. And she stopped. That's why she didn't go there in the first place. Because what they'll do is they'll try to find someone that will fit your needs as close as they can. And then they'll allow you to interview like 3 or 5 different people.
I got to wonder, like, sorry to interrupt your thing. I got to really wonder, like, with this level of revenue coming in every month.
Right. That they just don't hire someone.
Why are they not hiring somebody? That just literally comes over to their condo or rent a little office. Like we have. Doesn't have to be super fancy and just have someone show up and do stuff.
Maybe they don't want someone coming in there. They just want it to be all virtual.
You think they do everything in their underwear or nude or something?
They could.
Well, that's the only reason I could think of. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like at some point I would just hire, I mean, no dig against people that aren't from this country, right? But there's a, you know, stuff you got to deal with when somebody might not be, you know, English is their first language. They might be in a different time zone. You know what I mean?
I think originally what she was looking for was someone that had very specific skills. So she thought Odesk might be a good place to find them. But it's true. It is predominantly filled up with people from other countries.
Yeah, and people that just make crap up on their resume. Not like they don't do that in this country too, but, you know, meeting and greeting somebody or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like,
I know.
Normally, whenever I outsource, it's because I'm on a shoestring budget.
Right.
And I don't want to put too much money into a certain project. I want to save money.
Yeah.
So because of that, I go for the cheapest place I could buy labor within reason.
Right.
And, you know, and do that.
Yeah.
But there's definitely overhead and it's a struggle to find a good person. And then, you know, you never know. And especially then, if you're not even paying them very well, they might find something else better or quit. Or
they disappear after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. And then now to the income breakdown. The Fire Nation Elite Mastermind, 16 grand. Sponsorship income, 39,000.
Sweet.
Podcast launch, $500. What was that? Oh, that was the ebook on Amazon. Podcast launch, audiobook, 173. Podcasters Paradise for January, $92,000.
Holy crap.
Holy cow.
So a lot of those are those lifetime things they sold,
yeah,
right?
that was all those lifetimes. And
those are going for like,
the price.
yeah, you said they're like up to $1,000 or something now or over, right?
I think it's like 990 something, but then they give like a $300 discount every once in a while.
I see.
Make it sound like a really good deal.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he is putting a ton of work into that. And like when I log in, I'm great that I only had to pay once.
Grateful.
But yeah, I'm grateful.
You said I'm great.
I'm great. I'm better than you. Yeah, I'm very grateful because I feel like it's such a bargain. I mean, it actually is a really great product, but I still cannot believe that he's made 92 grand off of that in 1 month.
Yeah.
One-on-one mentoring, $6 grand. He had like, how much? Oh, I wanted some money in affiliate income, like $3 grand in affiliate income, 20 grand in expenses. Mainly, I guess he was buying some sponsorship, virtual assistants he already has, education, mentor. He has a mentor still. So his total expenses was 20 grand. Total net profit, 138,606. Yeah.
That's it.
Is that crazy?
That's pretty good.
Oh, God. But they're putting in tons of work. They use that Rescue Time app to find out how much they're working during the week. And John put in, John put in 58 hours a week and Kate's putting in 51 hours a week. So they're working their butts off. And a couple more paragraphs at the ending talking about it doesn't make it a reality and no one is going to create the life you want for you. And it kind of just goes into like, you have to have the drive. You have to do it. No one's going to do it for you. So that's about it. But that's a great income report, John. Dang.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. Hire me.
So all these people are going to be taking that course and there's going to be all these new podcasts coming up because he's going to be teaching everybody how to start a podcast.
Yeah, it's going to explode.
And like in another month from now, we're going to be like hearing about people that started like last week.
Oh, no.
That are going to be doing way better than us.
I hope not.
And then we're going to, then we're going to go,
I'm going to cry.
Then we're going to go jump off the cliff in La Jolla and be like,
No.
We'll go to the children's pool and jump off the cliff.
Oh, how sad. All right. Well, that's another episode of the Daily Blogcast.
Yep.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See ya.
You've been listening to the Daily Blogcast for Internet Marketing.
Visit our site, dailyblogcast.net, where you can find show notes and links to all of the blogs mentioned in this episode.
While you're there, make sure to sign up to our free newsletter so you're notified of new episodes and get a bunch of goodies delivered directly to your inbox.
Don't forget, we need your support, so do us a favor and log into iTunes and leave a rating and a review. It only takes a minute and they'll really help us out. See you tomorrow.
See ya!